Matthew Fitzpatrick was murdered in Mannheim, Germany on the 11th of December 2010. Matthew worked for a US company based in Cork, however was located at Mannheim, the site of one of his employer's client. Matthew was a computer engineer. He was seriously dedicated to his work and was highly respected by all who knew him. Matthew died of asphyxia due to ligature strangulation. He also endured up to 45 injuries on his body, specifically a blunt force trauma to the back of his head and massive internal hemorrhaging to his lower back. The German police were quick to put the cause of death down to suicidal hanging. This without any forensic analysis, no witness interrogations, and false accusations made against Matthew. The Mannheim police and prosecutor have been provided with factual evidence that proves that Matthew was murdered. However, they have refused to analyse our evidence. In this series of short vlogs, we are providing you with the facts of our evidence. We need your vocal support behind our fight for justice to ensure that the truth is heard and Matthew receives the justice he deserves. All information we provide you is based on fact. Matthew was due to travel to Ireland on the 13th of December 2010, where he was to spend 5 days in County Cork with his employer, and then travel to his parents in County Galway, where he was to spend the Christmas. On Friday the 10th of December 2010, Matthew left work at the normal time. From information gathered, he went out in Mannheim that night, where he met with some people, went to a restaurant, went to a cafe, and then at around midnight made his way back towards his apartment. It is possible he made a detour to meet some people on his way home. At approximately 2 a.m, the neighbours who lived above Matthew's apartment heard an altercation coming from the bedroom of Matthew's apartment. They heard muffled sounds, dull thuds, female crying and rumblings. At approximately 11 a.m. on Saturday the 11th of December 2010, Matthew was found dead in the kitchen of his apartment. If we don't think about the cause of death for the moment, what we're really faced with are so many unanswered questions. An immediate conclusion of the cause of death by the German police distracted their focus on answering these questions. For example, what did the neighbours hear? Why were there so many injuries on Matthew's body? Did anyone else in the apartment or surrounding areas see anything or hear anything suspicious? Where was Matthew the hours before his death? Who was he with? What does the scene of the crime tell us? This is specifically related to Matthew's body position, which will be covered in the next section. The fact is the German police did not do their job properly. There was no investigation, just an assumption of death. Why did the German police act in this way? Was it negligence, laziness, the fact that Matthew was Irish, or something more sinister? Please view part 2 for more insight into the case of Matthew Fitzpatrick's murder.